Smartphones have become an essential part of our daily lives. But have you ever wondered how we got here? It took decades of innovation in communication, computing, and technology to create the devices we rely on today. In this countdown, we'll explore the 10 key innovations that paved the way for modern smartphones, starting with a technology that changed communication forever. At number 10, we have the telegraph, the world's first method of long-distance communication. Before this, messages could take days or even weeks to reach their destinations. The telegraph used electrical signals and Morse code to send messages instantly over long distances. It was the first step toward real-time communication, setting the stage for everything that followed. Coming in at number 9, the telephone. While the telegraph allowed for written messages, the telephone made it possible to transmit voice over electrical signals. Invented by Alexander Graham Bell, the telephone revolutionized communication, allowing people to talk to each other over vast distances. Without this innovation, mobile phones, let alone smartphones, would never have existed. At number 8, we have radio waves and wireless communication. Invented by Guglielmo Marconi, radio technology eliminated the need for physical wires, allowing signals to travel wirelessly. This paved the way for radio broadcasting, walkie-talkies, and ultimately, mobile phones. Wireless communication is the backbone of modern smartphones, enabling everything from phone calls to Wi-Fi and 5G. Coming in at number 7, the transistor. Before transistors, electronics relied on bulky and inefficient vacuum tubes. The invention of the transistor allowed devices to become smaller, faster, and more power efficient. This was a game changer, leading to the development of portable electronics and eventually the miniaturized chips inside smartphones today. At number 6, we have the invention that brought phones into the mobile era, the first ever mobile phone. In 1973, engineer Martin Cooper made the first mobile phone call using the Motorola Dynatc 8000X. It was huge, heavy, and had a battery life of just 30 minutes, but it proved that portable communication was possible. This was the true birth of mobile phones. At number 5, personal computers and the rise of miniaturization. The first PCs like the Apple II and IBM PC showed that computers could be compact and accessible. As processors and memory chips got smaller and more powerful, the idea of putting a computer into a phone became more realistic. Without PCs and the miniaturization of technology, smartphones would still be a dream. At number 4, the internet and wireless data. The rise of the World Wide Web in the 1990s, along with Wi-Fi, 2G, and 3G mobile networks, allowed people to access information anywhere. This was a huge turning point. Phones were no longer just for calls and texts. They could now browse the web, send emails, and stream content. Smartphones wouldn't be smart without the internet. At number 3, touchscreens. The first touchscreens were developed in the 1960s, but they weren't practical for consumers until the 2000s. The capacitive touchscreen, which responded to fingers instead of styluses, completely changed how we interact with devices. Today, touchscreens are the defining feature of every modern smartphone. Coming in at number 2, mobile operating systems. Early mobile phones were basic, but operating systems like Symbian, BlackBerry OS, Windows Mobile, iOS, and Android turned them into full-fledged computers. These platforms allowed phones to run apps, browse the internet, and perform advanced tasks, making them the smart devices we know today. And finally, at number 1, the innovation that redefined mobile technology, the iPhone. When Apple launched the first iPhone in 2007, it combined a touchscreen, internet connectivity, an app store, and a sleek design into one revolutionary device. It set the standard for all smartphones that followed, transforming how we communicate, work, and entertain ourselves. The modern smartphone era truly began with the iPhone. So there you have it. From the telegraph to the iPhone, each breakthrough brought us closer to the powerful devices we carry in our pockets today. You're probably watching this video with one of them, and the evolution isn't stopping anytime soon. With AI, foldable screens, and brain-computer interfaces, the future of smartphones is just getting started.